But at that point in time, Jonathan has gone. So this is expectation of the type of love that must exist between husband and wife that can make your marriage to weather all weathers. And so we must make up our minds to give things that is in possession to the enjoyment of our spouse. But there are things that somebody can ask us or can ask me or you can ask yourself. Then what can you give as Jonathan gave, as God gave to Marital or Jonathan gave to David?
Tàbí lọ́wọ́ mi tàbí lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn pé kí ni gan mo ní tí mo lè fi fún ènìyàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí Jónátánì tó fún Dávìdì tàbí tí di Ọlọ́run tó fi fún wa.
In this message I've helped us to identify 3 or 4 of them.
Nínú ìwàásù yìí mo ti ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti dá méjì tàbí mẹ́ta mọ̀.
Nobody will say you don't have any of what I want to mention.
Kò sí ẹni náà tí ó sọ pé tí mo dárúkọ yìí pé o ní.
Number 1, all of us we have time.
Gbogbo wa fún àpẹẹrẹ a ní àkókò.
It's a free gift of God.
Ó jẹ́ ẹ̀bùn ọ̀fẹ́ látọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
All of us we have attention to give.
Gbogbo wa la sì ní bá a ṣe lè fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún ẹnì kejì.
All of us we have money to give.
Gbogbo wa la ní owó tá a lè fi fún ni.
All of us we have our body to give.
Gbogbo wa la ní àgọ́ ara wa tá a lè fi fún ni.
Especially in a marital relationship you have sex to give.
Pàápàá nínú tó o bá ti ṣègbéyàwó ó lè fi ìbálòpọ̀ fún ẹni tó o bá ṣègbéyàwó.
These I have mentioned are very very common.
Ohun tí mo dárúkọ yìí ó wọ́pọ̀ láàrin wa.
They are very indispensable.
Kò ṣeé má ní ni.
And they are very sensitive possessions.
Ó sì jẹ́ ohun ìní tá a ní tí a fi tètè ní ìmọ̀lára.
In our marital relationship.
Nínú ìbáṣepọ̀ ìgbéyàwó wa.
Take them away, that marriage is empty.
Tó o bá ti mú wọn kúrò ní ìgbéyàwó yẹn ti dòfo.
So we must know how to manage them.
A gbọ́dọ̀ mọ bá a ṣe ń ṣàkóso wọn.
So within the short time today,
láàrin àkókò péréte tá a ní
lónìí, let me talk about 3 of them for your understanding.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé lórí mẹ́ta fún òye rẹ.
And in response to this message,
àti ní èsì fún eléyìí,
I encourage you to go and do them.
Mo fẹ́ kó lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe.
And then you come with results.
Kó wá padà wá pẹ̀lú èsì.
The first one which I fairly mentioned in the last message was our time and attention.
Eléyìí tí mo dárúkọ ní péréte ní àkókò ìwàásù wa tó kọjá, ó ní àkókò wa àti ààyè tá à ń fi sílẹ̀.
Husband and wife must give out to themselves attention, their time and attention.
Ọkọ àtìyàwó wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ráàyè fúnra wọn kán sì ní àkókò.
They must create time to give attention to themselves.
Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ wá àyè sílẹ̀ tó fi àkókò sílẹ̀ tó fi máa rí àyè fúnra wọn.
But in marriage, what is attention? That is where I want us to take notes.
Ṣùgbọ́n nínú ìgbéyàwó kí ni à ń pè ní ká wá àyè fúnra ẹni tí mo fẹ́
Number
ká
1.
sí nìyí. Àkọ́kọ́.
When you talk about attention in marriage,
tí a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ká fi àyè fúnra wa ní ìgbéyàwó.
attention is the conscious observation and awareness you have of your spouse.
Ìfi àyè sílẹ̀ fúnra ẹni ó ní kó mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ kó kíyèsí bó ti rí fún ẹni tó bá ṣègbéyàwó.
It is the deliberate effort in taking note of your spouse and what belongs to him or her.
Kó mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ máa kíyèsí ẹni tó bá ṣègbéyàwó àti nǹkan tó jẹ́ ìní rẹ̀.
Many of us, we don't observe our wife.
Kíyèsí aya wa.
Do you know sometimes you don't even know the dress that your wife put on?
Ìgbà mìíràn ò tiẹ̀ ní mọ irú aṣọ tí ìyàwó rẹ tó wọ̀ sọ́rùn.
Because you are not observant and you are not aware.
Nítorí pé o jẹ́ tó ń kíyèsí nǹkan o sì mọ nǹkan.
I have seen cases where the wife put on the other side of a dress to the church and the husband is not aware of it, and they were in the same car together to the church. Can you imagine that?
Bó ti rí níbi tí ìyàwó ó wọṣọ lódì sọ́rùn ó sì gbédé ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì òun àtọkọ rẹ̀ náà sì jọ wà ní ọkọ̀ tán jọ gbé wá sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ọkọ ò sì mọ̀.
It's because they lack observation and awareness of themselves.
Nítorí wọn ìkíyèsí ara wọn.
And then number 2.
Ìkejì.
When you talk about attention in marriage.
Tí o bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ká wá ìfúnra wa ní ìgbéyàwó.
It is to regard your spouse as important and show interest in her or him. Take note of that.
Ó ní kó o máa kíyèsí ẹni tó bá ṣègbéyàwó kó ṣe pàtàkì. Kó sì máa fi ìfẹ́ tó ní sí tàbí ìdùnnú rẹ̀ hàn sí.
I will repeat that because that is very very important.
Mo fẹ́ tún eléyìí sọ torí kó ṣe pàtàkì lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
You take regard in your spouse as important person.
Ó máa ka ẹni tó bá ṣègbéyàwó sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tó ṣe pàtàkì sí ọ.
And you must show interest in her or in him.
O sì gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi kó o ní ìfẹ́ nínú rẹ̀ hàn.
Many of us, we don't have regard for our spouse.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa láì kíyèsí tàbí ká bu ọ̀wọ̀ fún ẹni tá a bá ṣe
And many of us, we don't take interest in what belongs to your spouse.
ọ̀pọ̀ wa náà ló sì jẹ́ pé àìfi ìfẹ́ tàbí ìdùnnú hàn tí ẹni tá a bá ṣègbéyàwó yẹn ní.
Do you know that there are so many spouses, they don't know the work that their spouse is doing? Of husband, they don't know the work of their wife. Wife, you don't know the work of your husband.
ṣó o mọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀ ọkọ ló wà tàbí aya tí ò mọ iṣẹ́ tí ẹni tán bá ṣègbéyàwó ń ṣe.
When even your wife is selling in oje, as husband or as a wife, it is your responsibility to take interest in that.
ká pé òjé ní ìyàwó rẹ ti ń tajà.
You know, Oje is a very popular place where you don't have very rough, but you need to be there. You need to show concern.
ẹ mọ̀ pé ní ọjà òjé ibẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ti rí àwọn èrò tó ń tẹsẹ̀ bọnú ara wọn gbogbo ilẹ̀ yóò dọ̀tí ṣùgbọ́n síbẹ̀ nítorí pé ìyàwó rẹ wà níbẹ̀ o gbọ́dọ̀ o fẹ́ràn ìyàwó yẹn kó lọ fi hàn.
I have seen many people, even when the husband is transferred, he doesn't know where the husband is or the wife is.
mo tiẹ̀ ti rí ọkọ tàbí aya tó yẹ pé nígbà tí ẹni tí wọ́n bá ṣègbéyàwó tó bá gba ìwé pọ́n sí ní kò lọ síbòmíràn kò ní lọ ọmọ
Or you don't even know the nitty-gritty of the work of your wife or the nitty-gritty of your husband.
tàbí kí aya kó tiẹ̀ mọ iṣẹ́ ọkọ rẹ̀ bó ṣe rí kó mọ̀ tàbí kí ọkọ
You
kó
don't
mọ
pay
iṣẹ́ aya rẹ̀
attention
ṣe
to
rí.
it.
o ní kọ̀hà sí i.
What belongs to your spouse,
ohun tó jẹ́ tiẹ̀ tó bá ṣègbéyàwó yẹn.
you must take special regard for it.
o gbọ́dọ̀ màmá bu ọlá fún
You must take interest in it. That is attention.
o gbọ́dọ̀ ní ìdùnnú sí i.
And then it is the action of number 4 or number 3, it is the action of dealing with or taking special care of your spouse.
ìkẹta o ní wípé kó o gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tàbí kó o fi sí ìṣe pé o ń tọ́jú nǹkan tó jẹ́ tẹ́ tó bá ṣègbéyàwó yẹn dáadáa.
Or her or him.
bóyá òun gan ni
Take
lọ́kùnrin tàbí
special
lóbìnrin
care.
kó o máa ṣe ìtọ́jú rẹ̀ lọ́nà ọ̀tọ̀.
The health,
ìlera rẹ̀
the outing,
bó ṣe ń jáde
what he or she is doing.
ohun tó ń ṣe yẹn
It must not be strange to you. It must not be a stranger.
kò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ àjèjì sí ọ tàbí kí wọ́n gan jẹ́ àjèjì sẹ́ni tó bá ṣègbéyàwó.
This is not a situation that he did not allow me. No.
eléyìí kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ pé kò fààyè sílẹ̀ fún kò fààyè gbà mí ní.
Begin with prayer, for example.
bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àdúrà fún àpẹẹrẹ.
Begin with communication, for example.
ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí rẹ̀ fún
There's
àpẹẹrẹ.
nobody who does not like to be careful.
kò sí ẹni tó wà náà tí ìfẹ́ kó rẹ̀ tí ó ṣètọ́jú òun.
It's very important.
ó ṣe pàtàkì lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
So in marriage,
nínú ìgbéyàwó.
attention is to be mindful of each other as God is mindful of us. Psalm 8 verse 4.
fífa ìfúnra ẹni ó ní pé kó o fi ẹni tó bá ṣègbéyàwó sí ọkàn bí ọlọ́run ti fi wá sí ọkàn ìwé sáàmù orí kẹjọ ẹsẹ̀ kẹrin.
And also in Psalm 115 verse 12.
ìwé orin dávidi ọgọ́fà ó dín márùn-ún ẹsẹ̀
He
kejì.
said God is mindful of us and he will increase us more and what? And more. Can you see that?
bíbélì sọ níbẹ̀ pé ọlọ́run ó ń fi ọkàn sí wa ó sì ń bùkún fún wa síwájú àsíwájú sí i.
Exodus chapter 3 verse 9. Please
Yes,
take note
okay.
of this. We are very fast.
ìwé sódò orí kẹta ẹsẹ̀ kẹsàn-án kíyèsí dáadáa ń sáré ni.
God paid attention to the Israelites in the land of Egypt.
ọlọ́run kọ ìhà tó dára sí àwọn ọmọ ìsírẹ́lì ní ilẹ̀
He
íjíbítì.
said, I have seen the affliction of my people
Ó ní mo-
and have come to deliver them because
Ó
he
ní-
paid attention to them.
ó ní mo ti rí ìpọ́njú àwọn èèyàn mi mo sì ti sọ̀kalẹ̀ wá láti gbà wọ́n nítorí pé ó ń fiyè sí wọn.
So, children of the living God as husband and wife,
nítorí náà ẹ̀yin ọmọ ọlọ́run bí ọkọ àti aya
if God is mindful of
tí
us,
ọlọ́run bá ń fiyè sí wa
it means that we must also be mindful of each other as couples.
ó túmọ̀ sí pé àwa náà gbọ́dọ̀ máa fiyè sí ara wa bí ọkọ àtaya.
It's a betrayal of trust if you are not mindful of your spouse.
kéèyàn dalẹ̀ òní yóò jẹ́ nígbà tó o bá kíyèsí ẹni tó o bá ṣègbéyàwó.
Because God does not do that to us.
nítorí ọlọ́run ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sí wa
You cannot claim to love somebody
o ò lè sọ pé o fẹ́ràn ẹnìkan
and be careless about that person,
kó o sì jẹ́ aláfara nípa ẹni
or
yẹn
negligence or indifference about such a person.
tàbí kó o má kọ ìhà tàbí kó o fọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú ẹni yẹn.
Even what you like that is not human being, you are not careless about it.
o tó o ní gan tí ì ṣe ènìyàn o ò gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú
You pay attention to it.
o gbọ́dọ̀ máa ní àyè fún
I
un.
don't put my glasses anywhere, anyhow. I care for it.
awo ojú mi kàn jù síbì kan mo máa ń kíyèsí bí bá fi sí.
I clean it up
mo máa ń nù ún.
I pay attention to it.
mo máa ń fiyèsí.
I do that to my car.
mo ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sí ọkọ̀
I do that
ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́
to
mi.
my dress.
mo ń ṣe sí aṣọ tí mò ń wọ̀.
Then how much more a human being?
mélòó ọmọnìyàn.
That is why God cannot leave us without caring for us.
ìdí nìyí tí ọlọ́run ò fi lè fi wá sílẹ̀ láì máa tọ́jú wa.
So you can't claim you love your wife if you are careless about him or her.
o ò lè sọ wípé o nífẹ̀ẹ́ aya rẹ tàbọ́kọ rẹ tó bá jẹ́ aláfarasí.
Or you are negligent or indifference.
tàbí o ò kà sí tàbí o fọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú.
You need to create time to take special care
o gbọ́dọ̀ wá àyè kó o rí pé o fi ń ṣe ìtọ́jú rẹ̀ lọ́nà
and
tó
show
yàtọ̀.
interest in him or her.
kó o sì máa fi hàn wípé o nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí i.
And what belongs to what? To him or her.
àti nǹkan tí í ṣe tirẹ̀.
And that is the reason why I'm challenging us.
ìdí nìyí tí mò ń pè wá níjà.
Are you creating enough time to give attention to your spouse?
ṣó ń wá àyè tó dára láti fi inú dídùn hàn sí ẹni tó bá ṣègbéyàwó.
How much of your time do you give to your spouse per day?
mélòó nínú àkókò rẹ ló ń fi fún lójúmọ́ kan.
Per day.
lójúmọ́ kan.
How much time do you give?
àkókò mélòó ló ń fi fún.
It's that I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time.
ohun tó sáà máa wí náà ni pé mi ò ráàyè ni.
So let me just discuss with us. We are talking about the danger of lack of attention in marriage.
jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé fún wa à ń sọ lórí ewu tó rọ̀ mọ́ pé ká má máa kíyèsí ara wa nínú ìgbéyàwó.
The first thing you need to give is attention.
ohun àkọ́kọ́ o ní kó wá àyè fún.
But when you don't give attention,
tó o bá wá ráàyè fún.
the following will happen.
àwọn nǹkan yìí ni ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀.
Number one,
àkọ́kọ́
it will lead to negative emotion
pé ìmọ̀lára tó sọ wóòdì lẹ́mọ̀ ní síra yín.
like anger,
bóyá tìbínú ni.
like resentment,
bóyá ká para ẹni tì
like
ní.
indifference,
tàbí ká má kara ẹni
like
sí.
malice,
tàbí ká má yan
like
òdì.
bitterness,
tàbí ká ní ìkorò ọkàn sí
transfer
ẹni.
of aggression.
pé ìdún tó ń bí ọ kó má fi
It
hàn
leads
lára
to
rẹ̀.
apathy.
pé ẹ sì para yín tì.
It leads to coldness.
pé ẹ wàá tutù síra yín.
Most of the time, it leads to arguments.
ní ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà àríyànjiyàn lẹ́ẹ̀ máa ṣe.
Simply because of lack of attention.
nítorí pé ẹ ráàyè fúnra yín ni.
Number two,
ìkejì.
when attention is not paid in a marital relationship,
níbi tá a bá ti fi àyè fúnra ẹ nínú ìgbéyàwó.
it weakens and depreciates marital relationship very fast.
ìbáṣepọ̀ nínú ìgbéyàwó yẹn yóò mú kó dára ìlágbára kó sì máa lọ
And
lọ
it
sí
makes that marital relationship vulnerable to external attack.
irú ìbáṣepọ̀ ní ìgbéyàwó yẹn yóò wá lanú lẹ̀ fún ọ̀tá láti wọlé.
And that is what many of us are experiencing.
ohun tí ọ̀pọ̀ wa ní ìrí rẹ̀ nìyẹn o.
We shift blame to the enemy, whereas we are the one that is causing the problem.
ọ̀tá la máa dá lẹ́bi nígbà tó yẹ pé àwa gan là ń fọwọ́ ara wa fa wàhálà.
Number three, because of our time,
ìta nítorí àkókò wa.
when there's lack of attention,
ìgbà tá a bá ráàyè fúnra wa.
now it makes your spouse to seek attention elsewhere.
yóò mú kí ẹni tó bá ṣègbéyàwó yẹn kó máa wá àyè níbòmíràn.
And that is one of the major causes of extramarital affairs in marriage.
èyí ni gbòógì tó ń fa kí èèyàn yọjú síta kó lọ́ọ́ máa ṣe nǹkan mí nínú
You know, when we
ìgbéyàwó.
talk about extramarital affairs in marriage, it's not sex alone.
ìgbà tí a bá ń sọ pé kéèyàn lọ́ọ́ máa ṣe nǹkan mí níta nínú ìgbéyàwó kì í ṣe ìbálòpọ̀ nìkan o.
Whatsoever you lack in your home and is essential to your spouse, you will look for somebody to provide that.
gbogbo ohun tó bá ṣaláì nínú ìgbéyàwó tó sì ṣe gbòógì nínú ìgbéyàwó yẹn ẹni ìkejì rẹ nínú ìgbéyàwó yóò wá lọ síbòmí
And
ta.
unfortunately, Satan is he has a great strategy to use for that.
ohun tó wá ṣe ní láàánú ni pé ọgbọ́n ẹ̀wẹ̀ sátánì ó mọ̀ gbórin nínú ìkórìtà yẹn o.
If it is, for example,
fún àpẹẹrẹ
your wife dresses out
pé aya rẹ ó
Or
wọ
your
aṣọ
husband.
ó wọ lọ́ta tàbọ́kọ rẹ
and gets out with his dress or something like that,
pé òun kàn múra ni ó wọ aṣọ ló bá jáde lọ
and you did not even say you did not look at it.
ìwọ ò tiẹ̀ wo bìkítà.
But let me tell you, Satan will plant somebody somewhere else.
ṣùgbọ́n jẹ́ ń sọ fún ọ sátánì yóò ti lọ gbẹ́ nìkan kalẹ̀ ń bì
And
kan
he begin to adore him or her.
ní yóò bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yóò máa mọ
And as
rírì
a
rẹ̀
human being,
bó ṣe ń pọn lé bí
you will
ènìyàn.
discover that your affection will be drawn to that person.
ó rí i pé ìfẹ́ rẹ yóò kàn máa fà sọ́dọ̀
It can be in the church,
ó lè jẹ́ inú ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì
and before you know it,
kó o tó mọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀
you will just discover
ó wàá ṣàwárí rẹ̀
that they
pé
are becoming closer and closer.
wọ́n wàá máa súnmọ́ra
and know positive and negative.
ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó sọ wóòdì àti nǹkan tó ṣe déédéé.
Before you know it,
kẹ́ ẹ tó máa ti ń
some
ṣẹlẹ̀.
other things will come in.
àwọn nǹkan mi yóò bá máa wọ àárín wọn.
Why are many people spending time outside today than what they do at home?
kí ni ìdí tó fà á tí ọ̀pọ̀ fi ń pẹ́ lóde lónìí ju tán lò nínú ilé
It's
lọ.
because that is what is called extramarital affairs.
ìyẹn gan là ń pè ní kéèyàn máa ṣe nǹkan lòdì
You
ní
spend more time
ìgbéyàwó.
in the church than necessary.
ó jókòó ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì àkókò tó lò ń ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yóò
You
ju
spend more
tó
time
yẹ
in
lọ.
the office.
níbi iṣẹ́ rẹ ó mọ làkókò ju bó ti yẹ.
You know, because of home is not good. You don't have enough attention at home.
nítorí ilé kò dùn mọ́ ó ráàyè tó bó ti ń fẹ́ nu ilé ni.
Mothers pay more attention to their children
àwọn ìyá wọn máa ń wá àyè tó pọ̀ fún ọmọ wọn.
because of their spouse.
torí wọn ò rí àyè tán fẹ́ lọ́dọ̀
You
ọkọ
just
wọn.
have to look for something that will attract your attention. That is what we call extramarital affairs. It's not sexual alone.
ó ṣàwá nǹkan tó máa rí àyè rẹ lò fún tàbí tí ó fẹ́ àyè fún ọ tí ó fi àyè fún ọ tó.
Because it's a need in us. We will seek for it.
nítorí ohun tá a ṣaláìní ni tá à ń fẹ́ ká ní.
And lastly,
eléyìí tó kẹ́yìn.
lack of attention is like sitting on a keg of gun or powder which may explode anytime.
àìráyè fúnra ẹni yìí ṣe ni ó dàbí ẹni pé ó jókòó lórí ẹ̀tùbọn tó yẹ pé yóò bú gbàmù láìpẹ́.
Anytime
ìgbàkúgbà ló
it
lè
will
dún.
explode, and when it explodes, you will not be able to curtail it because it's a keg of powder of gun.
tó bá ti fọ́n ká mọ́ ọ lábẹ́ kò sí bó ṣe lè yọ nítorí pé ẹ̀tùbọn ni.
So please take note of that about attention.
kíyèsí eléyìí nípa ìwá àyè fúnra ẹni.
Number 2 things you need to know about attention.
ó kejì tá a gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ nípa wíwá àyè fúnra ẹni.
We must wage war against the caterpillars of attention in marriage.
a gbọ́dọ̀ gbógun ti ohun tí máa ń run ilẹ̀ nínú ìdílé wa.
There are certain things that will not make you to pay adequate attention to yourself in home.
àwọn nǹkan kan wà tí ò ní fààyè sílẹ̀ fún yín láti ráàyè fúnra yín tó nú ilé.
For example,
fún àpẹẹrẹ.
when you are work centered, when you are living a work centered life, my work.
nígbà tó bá yẹ pé iṣẹ́ rẹ àyà ló gbé sí gbogbo ìgbà iṣẹ́ mi.
Some people even bring work home.
àwọn ẹlòmíràn wọn ò gbé iṣẹ́ láti ibi ilé
And they will
iṣẹ́ wọn
not
ó
be
gbé
able to give
wálé.
attention to what is needful at home.
wọn ò wá ní ráyè láti kọ ìhà tàbí ráàyè fún un tó ṣe pàtàkì nínú ilé.
Some people, it is friend-centered life or peer-centered life.
àwọn ẹlòmíràn ọ̀rẹ́ tàbí akẹgbẹ́ wọn òun náà fi sáàyè.
Do you know some people, they got to extend that they will drive their spouse out of their bedroom because of their friend?
bóyá ló mọ̀
Can you imagine
pé
that?
àwọn kan wọ́n á gun gèrè kọjá ìyàwó wọn wọ́n lè kó nínú yàrá nínú ilé torí
They
ọ̀rẹ́ wọn.
prefer to stay outside with their friend and just come to spend little time at home.
wọ́n yàn láti lo àkókò tó yantiri pẹ̀lú ọ̀rẹ́ wọn níta kan wá lo díẹ̀.
Sometimes it can be money-centered life.
ìgbà mìíràn ó lè jẹ́ pé owó òun náà gbé
Sometimes it
sórí
can
ọkàn.
be a pleasure-centered life.
ìgbà mìíràn ó lè jẹ́ pé ìgbádùn ló wà lórí ọkàn wọn.
I have been able to intervene in this case a lot.
mo ti láǹfààní láti dá sí ọ̀pọ̀ irú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ bí èyí.
A man would like to be playing table tennis after work. He will go and play table tennis.
ọkùnrin tí ó lọ mọ gbá bọ́ọ̀lù aláfigi ẹyin gbá.
For example, that is
níta.
just an example.
àpẹẹrẹ kan nìyẹn.
And only just to come home.
yóò wá wálé.
He will be tired and sleep.
yóò ti rẹ̀ ẹ́ yóò kàn lọ sùn ni.
Some will be to go and watch movies.
ìgbà mìíràn eré orí tẹlifíṣàn ni ó máa wò.
Have you not seen people who will leave their work and go and be watching football match?
o tí ì ráwọn
In
yẹn
the
tó
watching
kó
center?
iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n sì lọ bí wọ́n ti ń wo eré ìdárayá tó ń lọ mọ wo bọ́ọ̀lù ńbẹ̀.
And only come home, they don't have time for the children.
wọ́n wà á délé wọn ò tiẹ̀ ní ráàyè
You know,
fọ́mọ.
it's very unfortunate that even some of our parents, we don't have time. I mean, daddy, you don't have time to go for your children PTA. You only see women there. You don't pay attention. In fact, I have seen some people with phone and I say, where is your class, the class of your son? He said, mommy knows. Can you imagine that?
wọn lóhun tó ṣe ní láàánú ni pé ọkùnrin ọkọnu ilé tí kò tiẹ̀ ní ráyè fún ọmọ rẹ̀ láti lọ ọmọ ilé ìwé ọmọ bàbá láwọn tiẹ̀ bí ọkùnrin kan jọ kan pé ńbo ni kíláàsì ọmọ rẹ̀ ń lọ sọ pé àmọ́ mẹ́ẹ̀mọ́.
And that is the reason why I was so shocked, but I think that is the reason why the joke was very, very good.
ìdí nìyí lóòótọ́ yà wọ́n lẹ́nu ṣùgbọ́n àwàdà yẹn ó ṣe pàtàkì.
I was somewhere else
wọ́n wà níbì kan
and the MC was asking,
pé ọ̀gá ilé iṣẹ́ wa ń béèrè.
if a child want to buy a car to the father or the mother, who is he going to buy to? You can see the mother.
ẹ gbọ́ tí ọmọ bá fẹ́ ra ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ yálà fún ìyá tàbí bàbá ta ní ọkọ̀ rà fún.
They say the next one, the mother. In fact, I've never heard it before. And they were counting. Everybody in that congregation will say the what? The mother. I was asking why.
wọ́n ń tó lérí ara wọn pé nǹkan rere báyìí bọ́n ṣe ń dárúkọ ẹ̀ náà pé ìyá alákọ̀ọ́kọ́.
The only one for the father. The only one for the father.
eléyìí kan tó wá wà fún bàbá.
Who is the first person to die?
wọ́n ní ta lẹ́ni àkọ́kọ́ tó yẹ kó kọ́kọ́ kú.
And I just say the father.
ó wá ní bàbá ni kó kọ́kọ́ ta.
I thank God I was a pastor. What could have come out of my mouth?
wọ́n ní kó ní pé bàbá ni kó kọ́kọ́ kú o.
These are issues.
bọ́rọ̀ ṣe rí nìyẹn.
You don't carry your baby. Your baby has spent 9 months in the womb of the mother. And for you now to pay attention to your children at home, you also leave it to your what? To your mother. Tomorrow you are just sowing your grave. You are just preparing your grave.
ọmọ tó yẹ pé oṣù mẹ́sàn-án níyàwó rẹ̀ rù inú tó fi ń gbé káàkiri ó tún bí sáyé tó rí báyìí kó o tún wá àyè fún o ráyè fún ṣe ló ń pẹ́ kó tó kú rẹ̀.
And because today is Father's Day.
pé òní lọ́jọ́ bàbá.
You must understand this.
eléyìí gbọ́dọ̀ yé ọ.
All what they ask you to do.
gbogbo nǹkan bá ní kó o ṣe.
You know, comfort, misbehave. When your father come, I will report you to him.
gbogbo nǹkan iṣẹ́ náà máa fún ọ ni pé comfort ó ti ṣe tí ò tọ́ nínú ilé lónìí tí bàbá rẹ bá ti dé n ó fẹjọ́ rẹ sùn.
Don't allow me to use a vague language.
má jẹ́ ń lo èdè tí ò dáa.
But let me use a polite one.
ṣùgbọ́n jẹ́ kí n lo eléyìí tó dùn.
An unwise father.
pé bàbá tí ò wá gbọ́n tiẹ̀ náà.
As soon as he come home.
bó bá ti wọlé dé.
And they say, well, look at what comfort did o.
wọ́n wá sọ pé tí comfort ṣe lélẹ̀
you go and bring me that cake.
ó tó yá lọ bí tẹ́gbà wà kó lọ mú wá.
And you begin to beat comfort.
ó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kẹgbà bo comfort.
And unfortunately you beat comfort to an extent, comfort will be crying.
pé ó wá tún nà tí comfort fi ń sọ
Who is going to pacify comfort?
ta ni yóò lọ rẹ̀.
The mother.
màmá ẹ ti kó bá ọ
And you are now saying that he will buy a car for you.
ló wá ní kó yóò rọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ fún ọ.
Psychologically, he has to know what you belong, what you are.
gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìrònú ẹ̀dá ó ti jẹ́ kó mọ irú ẹni tó jẹ́.
And that is why people like me,
irú ẹ̀ ló fi jẹ́ kó
I don't
èèyàn bí tèmi.
I don't succumb to that fear.
mi ò tiẹ̀ ní dáhùn sírú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Even when I have drivers, I will go to the school of my children to pick them.
ìgbà tí n bá ní ẹni tó ń tù mí bí atukọ̀ n ó lọ sílé ìwé ọmọ mi fúnra mi.
If it is a longer period, a longer place, we will go together.
tó bá yẹ pé ibi tó jìnnà ni a lè jọ lọ.
I have spent 8 hours in Shogota with the drivers.
mo ti lo wákàtí mẹ́jọ ní Sango Ọ̀tà pẹ̀lú atukọ̀.
I don't know when I've urinated outside last.
mi ò mọ̀ gbà tí mo ti tọ̀ tí n bá
I'm
wà
so
níta rí.
conscious of that.
mo máa ń kíyèsí eléyìí dáadáa.
But I can never remember, I can never forget.
ṣùgbọ́n mi ò lè gbàgbé.
I have to urinate by the roadside. 8 hours.
mo ń láti tọ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ òpópónà.
Simply
nítorí
because I
wákàtí
want to go and
mẹ́jọ.
pick my daughter in school.
nítorí mo fẹ́ lọ gbé ọmọ mi léèwé.
And that is the best thing to do.
ohun tó dára jùlọ tí mo lè ṣe nìyẹn.
So attention is very, very important.
wíwá àyè fúnra ẹni ó ṣe pàtàkì
Don't
lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
allow pleasure to take you away from pay attention to your
má
spouse.
ṣe fa àyè gba ìgbádùn ayé kó gba àyè tó yẹ kó o nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó bá ṣègbéyàwó.
When we talk about friends, let me just talk to the sisters or
tá a
women.
bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ọ̀rẹ́ jẹ́ kí n bá àwọn obìnrin sọ̀rọ̀.
You talk too much with people.
wọ́n ní ẹ máa ń rojọ́ púpọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn yín.
Your friends,
àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ yín.
to the detriment of your husband.
sí ìpalára ẹni tó
And you
jẹ́
don't know
ọkọ
you
rẹ.
are hurting him.
o ò ní mọ̀ pé òun palára
You
nìyẹn.
say, is he not my friend?
ó sọ pé ṣé bọ́ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni.
What we are discussing is very important.
ohun tá à ń rojọ́ rẹ̀ yìí ó ṣe pàtàkì.
What is important as your husband?
kí ló tún wá ṣe pàtàkì ju ọkọ rẹ lọ.
Even when your wife, your husband, your friend comes to visit you at home,
bí ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ kan bá wá bẹ̀ ọ́ wò nílé.
and you know that your husband comes in,
tó o sì wàá mọ̀ pé ọkọ rẹ wá wọlé dé.
please take excuse and attend to your husband first.
ọ̀rọ̀ gáfárà lọ́wọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ kó o kọ́ lọ dáhùn
No
sí ọkọ
matter
rẹ.
how close that person is.
bó ti wù kí ẹni ẹ kó súnmọ́ ọ tó.
Many women are guilty of that.
ọ̀pọ̀ obìnrin ló jẹ̀bi nípa eléyìí.
So please, all these things are caterpillars of attention in home.
gbogbo nǹkan yìí òun ni ohun tí máa ń pa ilẹ̀ la.
I cannot but also mention religious center life.
mi ò ní gbàgbé kí n sọ pé kéèyàn gbé ẹ̀sìn kó ṣàgbésáyà.
You say I'm a pastor.
ó sọ pé olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ló
And
jẹ́.
for that reason,
nítorí ìdí yẹn.
I'm so busy.
pé iṣẹ́ kún mi lọ́wọ́.
I'm preparing messages.
pé ìwàásù tí wọ́n wà ní mò ń gbáradì
I'm counseling.
mo wà fún ìdáninímọ̀ràn.
No, you must pay attention.
o gbọ́dọ̀ ráàyè.
And that is the reason why you must have a kind of timetable. Let people you must understand yourself.
ìdí nìyí tó gbọ́dọ̀ ní ibi tí à ń kọ́ bá ti lo àkókò ẹni sí ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ní òye ara yín.
Yesterday, sorry to say it, but
lánàá
good enough my wife is here.
mo tọrọ gáfárà kí n sọ léyìí fún yín o.
That my wife has to take permission to leave me because she wants to go and prepare some messages, and he was telling me this, that. I say, okay, that is all right.
wọ́n ní màmá tó jẹ́ ìyàwó àwọn wọ́n láti tọ àwọn akánsí gbà yìí lọ́wọ́ àwọn pé àwọn láti gbáradì fún ìwàásù kàn ṣe lè kàn ṣe tọ̀ wọ́n láwọn sọ pé ó ti dáa bẹ́ẹ̀.
I also have in my study room.
pé àwọn náà wà níbi tí wọ́n ti máa ń kàwé.
I have my study room.
wọ́n ní ibi tí wọ́n ti máa ń kàwé.
Then that does not really mean I must not go and pay attention to her.
tí ìyẹn ò sọ wípé wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ ráàyè láti lọ
It must not affect my prayer with her.
kò gbọ́dọ̀ kọlu àdúrà tí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ní pẹ̀lú ìyàwó
àwọn. It must not affect discussion.
kò gbọ́dọ̀ kọlu ìjíròrò tó yẹ ká máa ṣe.
that we need to do.
tí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ní.
Simply because you are a pastor.
nítorí pé o jẹ́
or you are a
olùṣọ́
Sunday school teacher.
tàbí o jẹ́ olùkọ́
or
ọjọ́
you are a
ìsinmi.
choir master or choir something.
ọ̀gá akọrin tàbí ọ̀gá kan ló
No,
jẹ́.
you must pay attention to yourself.
kò gbọ́dọ̀ ráàyè
In
fẹ́ tó
fact,
bá
you
ṣe
must pay attention to the skill or potential of your spouse.
ó tiẹ̀ tún gbọ́dọ̀ ráàyè fún iṣẹ́ tó kọ́ tó máa ṣe.
If I don't pay
iṣẹ́
attention
rẹ̀.
to the potential of my wife, she won't be where she is today.
tí wọn ò bá kọ ìhà sí okun àbùdá tọ́lọ́run fi fún ìyàwó àwọn ò ní débi tán dé lónìí.
It is attention paid to our weaknesses and strength that is combined together to make her to function.
ààyè tí wọ́n ní fún kùdẹ̀kùdẹ̀ wọn àti ibi tí agbára wọn wà sí òun ló mú kó lè ṣiṣẹ́ bọ́n ti ṣiṣẹ́ lónìí.
It's very important.
ilé ìṣe pàtàkì púpọ̀.
Number 3 things you need to note about attention.
tó o gbọ́dọ̀ kíyèsí nípa ká máa ráàyè fún ẹni.
Each of us as husband and wife has time and attention to give.
ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa bóyá bí ọkọ tàbí aya la ní ààyè tá a lè fi fún rẹ ni.
Except you do not want to give, you have time to give.
àfi tó o bá fẹ́ fi sílẹ̀ o ní àkókò tó lè fún ni.
Some of us will say we don't have time.
ọ̀pọ̀ wa la máa ń sọ pé à ní àkókò.
When you say you don't have time for something,
tó o bá lò ní àkókò fún nǹkan.
simply what you are saying that thing is not your priority.
ohun tó ń sọ ni wípé kì í ṣe tó o fi ṣe bàbá tó o kà sí bàbá rẹ.
Anytime your spouse say I don't have time for this.
tó o bá ṣègbéyàwó bá ní mi ò lákòókò eléyìí.
There are some men that is their chorus. I don't have time for that.
pé àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé orin àdàkọ tó wà lẹ́nu wọn gbogbo ìgbà ni ẹ kó
Especially
mi
men.
ò ráàyè.
Men,
pàápàá ọkùnrin
I don't have time.
mi ò ráàyè.
It means you are not placing that thing as what? As priority.
ó túmọ̀ sí pé o ka nǹkan yẹn sí bàbàrà ni.
Please, children, you must take note of that.
ẹ̀yin ọmọ ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ kíyèsí léyìí o.
When the thing that you say you don't have time for, your subject, it means you are not taking it as priority.
nǹkan tó o bá lò ráàyè fún bóyá iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe nílé ìwé ló lò ráàyè fún ó túmọ̀ sí pé o kà sí bàbàrà nìyẹn.
So if you take it as priority, then definitely you create time for it. You have to create time for it.
tó bá yẹ kó o kà sí pàtàkì sí ọ o gbọ́dọ̀ wá àyè fún.
Number 14, you need to take note on attention.
ohun kẹrin tó gbọ́dọ̀ kíyèsí nínú bá a ṣe
Is
ráàyè
that
fún rẹ ni.
attention is the need of everyone.
òun ni pé ká máa ráàyè fún rẹ ni gbogbo wa la nílò rẹ̀.
Attention is the need of everyone.
gbogbo èèyàn ló nílò ká ráàyè fún.
No one does not need attention in marital
kò
relationship.
sẹ́ni tí òun fẹ́ kán ráàyè fún òun nínú ìbáṣepọ̀ ìgbéyàwó.
And so you must take note of that.
ó gbọ́dọ̀ kíyèsí léyìí.
So if you know that everybody needs attention, then give it so that you'll be given. Give and shall what? And shall be given unto you.
tó o bá mọ̀ pé gbogbo èèyàn ló ń fẹ́ kán ráàyè fún òun ìwọ náà fi fún ni ó wà á rí ìgbà padà.
And then number 5,
ìkarùn-ún
you need to take note on attention.
o gbọ́dọ̀ kíyèsí àìráyè fún rẹ ni.
Create time to sit together to hear from each other.
pé kẹ́ ẹ wá àyè láti kọrin kẹ́ ẹ sì jọ gbọ́ àlàyé lẹ́nu ara yín.
Learn to play together.
ẹ̀kọ́ bá àtijọ́ máa ń jùmọ̀ ṣeré.
Learn to read together.
ẹjọ́ kọ́ bá ti ń kà ìwé
Learn to
papọ̀.
listen to interesting messages together.
ẹ̀kọ́ bá àtijọ́ ń tẹ́tí gbọ́ ìwàásù tó dùn
How
mọ́
many
ní
times
papọ̀.
have you done that last?
ìgbà mélòó lẹ ti ṣe léyìí sẹ́yìn.
Listen to the same message.
kẹ́ẹ̀jọ́ máa gbọ́ ìwàásù kan náà.
Because it has effect on you.
nítorí pé ó ní ipa tó ń kó lórí yín.
How many times can you watch movies together?
ìgbà mélòó lẹjọ́ máa ń wo eré papọ̀.
It's a usual habit that I will do.
ó jẹ́ ìwà tó wọ́pọ̀ ṣáàṣì ń ṣe.
No, I, my wife.
wọ́n ní ó jẹ́ ìwà táwọn àtìyàwó àwọn máa ń
Because
ṣe.
your children will pass away, will go away. They went away.
nítorí àwọn ọmọ ó fẹ́ okọ̀ wọ́n ó fi yín sílẹ̀.
So we create time to sit together,
wọ́n wá wá àyè wọ́n á jọ kọrin papọ̀.
to watch movies together.
wọ́n jọ wo eré.
And
lórí
using
fóònù
the
àwòrán
word
papọ̀.
movies because I know some of us you are going to talk about that. Movies together. I
wọ́n
say it
ní
again.
eré orí ìtàgé wọ́n á jọ wò lórí
Thank
fóònù
God
àwòrán.
maybe Yoruba will say it.
wọ́n á jọ wò kí iṣẹ́ yọ kan o.
It can be a Christian movies.
ó lè jẹ́ ti eré ti kìrìsìtẹ́nì.
It can be literal movies.
ó lè jẹ́ ti eléyìí tó gbajúgbajà.
You listen to it, you watch it together, you learn lesson to it.
ẹ jọ tẹ́tí gbọ́ ẹ ó jọ wò ó. ẹ
On
jọ
your
kẹ́kọ̀ọ́
phone,
bẹ́ẹ̀.
on television.
lórí ẹ̀rọ gàsímílétí
Go
tàbí
out.
àwòrán ẹ jáde lọ
Where
papọ̀.
possible if you don't have all those things together.
níbi tẹ́ ẹ ti lè rí
It
nǹkan
has its
yẹn
own it has its own impact.
ó ní ipa tiẹ̀ tó ń kó o.
Outing together, go out together.
ẹ jọ jáde papọ̀.
Few days ago,
bí ọjọ́ mélòó
my wife
sẹ́yìn
was making jest because the two of us were inside the car.
wọ́n ní ìyàwó àwọn ń fà wọ́n ṣe ẹ̀yẹ torí pọ́n jọ wà
He
náà
said
fàyọ́kẹ́lẹ́.
our talk is too much, we are going to miss the way, and that is it.
Wọ́n
We
ní pé-
miss the way.
ẹjọ́ wa ẹ̀ ti pọ̀ ju o a sì náà bí tá à ń lọ o wọ́n sì wá
Because
sí
if
náà
it
bí
is
tá à
me
ń lọ.
alone, I won't miss the way. But if it is two of us, we are going to what? We are going to
wọ́n ní
miss
tó
the
bá jẹ́
way.
àwọn nìkan náà wà ní ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ kò jẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ láyé kan sì náà ṣùgbọ́n tó
Why?
bá jẹ́ àwọn méjèèjì
It
ó
may
ṣeé
be
ṣe
a weakness, but that is just the reality of it.
ó lè jẹ́ àléébù léléyìí ṣùgbọ́n báyé ṣe rí nìyẹn
No, that is the reality, our own reality.
pé bó ti rí fún wọn nìyẹn.
I'll be preaching in the church I have to preach 3 days. But the first and second day, I went there without missing my road. But when my wife went with me the third time, we didn't know the road again.
wọ́n ní pé wọ́n lọ wàásù bì kan fún ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ìgbà táwọn kọ́kọ́ lọ ń wo ṣìnà ìgbà táwọn àtìyàwó wa ń lọ wọ́n bá ṣìnà.
You know, when you have gotten to a place you don't know before,
tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé tẹ́ ẹ bá ti débi tẹ́ ẹ dé rí
to get out to become what? Problem.
àti wá jáde padà wá yóò di ṣòro.
But you have some people,
ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ní àwọn èèyàn kan
couples,
ọkọ láya
if the two of you go out, you are not coming back together.
tí àwọn méjèèjì bá yọ jáde lọ àlọ́la rí àbọ̀ báyìí.
Or even
Ìpamọ́
with that
kálukú.
time of coming together is crisis upon crisis.
tàbí ìgbà tán bá ti ṣalábàápàdé ara wọn báyìí.
I've seen a
làálù
couple
nínú
push
wàhálà.
out the wife out of the car.
wọ́n láwọn ti rí ọkọ tó ti ìyàwó
And
lórí
I've seen
nínú ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ tó
a
ti
brother
síta.
leaving the car for the wife.
wọ́n sì ti rí arákùnrin tó fi ọkọ̀ lẹ̀ fún ìyàwó rẹ̀ tó ń bínú lọ.
It's very
ohun
dangerous.
tó léwu ni
It's because of the relationship that exists between the two of you.
nítorí ìbáṣepọ̀ tó wà láàrin méjèèjì lẹ́ fi ń ṣe
Learn
bẹ́ẹ̀.
to create time
ẹ wá àyè fún ara yín
to be together. Play games together. Play games together.
kẹ́ẹ̀jọ jùmọ̀ wà papọ̀ ẹ máa tayò papọ̀
It's not bad.
kì í ṣe ń tó burú.
Bring your chest if you know how to bring chest.
wọ́n ní ṣẹ́ẹ̀sì.
If it is Ludo, play it.
tó wáyé pé ludo ni
If
ẹjọ́
it
máa
is
ta.
Ayo Olokman, play it together as husband
ayò
and wife.
ọlọ́pọ́n ẹni nílé kẹjọ máa
Don't be
ta.
too holy for that kind of a thing.
ẹ má sọ pé èmi ti
It
dẹni
gives
mímọ́ ju
you
eléyìí lọ.
opportunity for attention.
ìyẹn máa ń fàǹfààní sílẹ̀ láti
And
ráàyè
when
fúnra ẹni.
attention is lacking, I'm giving you the dangers of it.
níbi tá a bá sì ti ráàyè fúnra ẹni ewu tó rọ̀ mọ́ mo ti sọ fún wa.
Number 16, you need to know.
ohun kẹfà tó gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀
You must follow the example of Isaac and Rebekah.
kò gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀lé àpẹẹrẹ isaki àti rebeka.
In Genesis chapter 26, verse 1 to 8.
ìwé jẹ́ sísè orí
We
kẹrìndínlọ́gbọ̀n
don't
ẹsẹ̀
have
kìíní
time
sí
to read
kẹjọ.
it because of we don't have time to read
kò
it.
sí àyè fún akáka báyìí.
Even though they were in a life-threatening situation
bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà níbi àkókò tó ń dún ewu tó ń mú ewu wá fún ayé wọn.
that they could have taken Rebekah
tó yẹ kí
by
wọ́n
the
gba
king.
tó yẹ kí ọba yẹn gba rebeka.
But you know it was their sporting together openly, sporting together openly that made the king to sit there and say, what do you call it? Isaac, you have deceived me. So it's your wife.
bóyá lẹ mọ̀ pé eré ìdárayá tán jọ ń ṣe òun àti ìyàwó rẹ̀ òun ló mú kọ́ borí pé ìyàwó rẹ̀ ní eléyìí ó fẹ́ kó bá mi isaki.
I can play with another female girl, but the type of play you play with your wife must make people to know you are what? You are husband and wife.
mo lè ṣeré lóòótọ́ pẹ̀lú obìnrin mìíràn tó jẹ́ ti aráàta ṣùgbọ́n irú ilé lọ́pọ̀ ọdún sẹ́yìn.
When I was preaching like this,
mò ń wàásù bí èyí ni.
I said you must be eat together.
mo ní ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jọ máa jẹun papọ̀.
One brother came say myself.
arákùnrin kan bá wá.
He say it's an insult to be eating with my wife.
pé àrífín ni kí n máa báyàwó mi jẹun papọ̀.
I say you will